Hello, everybody. I'm here to do another tag. I have been tagged to do rapid fire book tag, and Dee's from Dee's Reading Lounge tagged me. So here I am. So we have a total of 25 questions. Let's get started. The first one is ebook or physical book. I do both. I do ebooks, especially romance. I like reading those maybe in the middle of the night before I fall off to sleep. And physical books, I still love my physical books. I like having those. Number 2, paperback or hardback. I love my hardback. Some books, they don't come in hardback, and depending on the author and how good they are, I will get a paperback, but I prefer hardback. 3, online or in-store book shopping. Well, I live in a rural town, and so I don't have a lot of bookstores near me. Therefore, I tend to do a lot of online book shopping. I prefer to be in a bookstore, brick and mortar, but sometimes I don't have a choice, so I do online shopping a lot more. Trilogies or series. I like series. I don't do too many trilogies. I love series. You know, if it's a good author, if it's a good book, I'll show you an example real quick. Here is a series I just adore, and that is Beverly Jenkins. It is her Blessings novels, her Blessings series. I will automatically buy, read. I will do this on Kindle, and I get them all in paperback so that they look nice on my shelf. But that is a series I definitely will buy. Question number 5, heroes or villains? I think I like a combination of both. Majority of my reads, I love heroes, but there are a few books where there's villains and it just draws you into the story. Sometimes you have to have a villain to make a good story. And this is a good villain right here. The Darkest Child by Dolores Phillips. Love this book. Just absolutely despise the mother. And she is a villain. But this book draws you in. You've got to read this one. Number 6, a book you want everyone to read. Everyone has to read this one. I can't recommend it more. And that's A Warmth of Other Suns by Isabel Wilkerson. I have read this. I have it in audio. I have done both. I think I may have read this book twice. It is an awesome read, and I'm not a repeat reader. But this book really educates you on the Great Migration. And now we are in the reverse migration. You've got to read this one. This is a must read. Question number 7. Recommend an underrated book. I don't know if this is underrated, but I do highly recommend this, and that's Homemade Love by J. California Cooper. Anything by J. California Cooper is a must read. She's good, excellent. May she rest in peace. So I highly recommend it. Question number 8, the last book you finished. One of the last is A Right Worthy Woman by Ruth P. Watson. Very good read. I learned so much about Maggie Lena Walker. My book club also enjoyed this book, and this is still on my mind, and that's probably why I'm showing you this one. But yes, please, Right Worthy Woman. My camera stopped recording, so I'm picking up where I left off. I should show bloopers. Okay, where was I? I was at number 9, The Last Book You Bought. And the last book I bought, Dream Count by Miss Aditi. Yes, so my book club is going to read this in the fall. I can't recall whether it was September or October, but I definitely will probably do some immersive reading, audio, and reading along with the book. So, 10. Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. The weirdest thing I've used that I could recall were a flower that I pressed in between the pages of the book, and it stayed in its natural form. You know, of course, you know, it's dried out, but it was beautiful, and I used that as a bookmarker for a while. I'm sure I don't have it anymore. It probably crumbled to pieces maybe when I took it out the book. But that was the weirdest thing for me. 11. Used books, yes or no? Yes, I will read a used book. I will purchase a used book, and I like to get them in as best a condition as I can get them. Like new, excellent, or new. Yeah, I'll do a used book. Top 3 favorite genres. This is number 12. Top 3 favorite genres. My number 1 is historical fiction. I love it. Number 2 will probably be biographies and memoirs. I love to read about people's life, you know, get to know what they were about or are about. And the third is literary fiction. So I love a good story with substance. I do. Number 13, borrow or buy. I will not borrow a book. I do not want to be responsible for someone else's item, someone else's book. In case I spill something on it, bend a corner of the book, I will try to have it in the same condition in which I got it. So I avoid borrowing altogether, and I don't even loan my books out. So it is all about buying. I will buy unless I get it from the library. I will, and I don't do that very often because I'm such a slow reader. I never finish a book in the time that I'm required to return the book. I don't want to pay late fees, so my preference is to buy. Number 14, character or plot. I think both are important. I love a good character. If you center a story around a character that I like, I love that. But I also want a good plot. So you got to have sometimes both. You have to have a character, and the basis of the book has to have a good plot in order for me to be interested and keep reading. So good character, good plot, both. Number 15, long or short books. I can do both. I can read a short book. I just read The Impatient. It was a very short read, but it was very impactful. It got its message across, and it doesn't bother me if there's long chapters. I have read books over 500 pages, and if it's good, it's good. So both for me. Number 17, name the first 3 books you think of. A Pair of Wings by Carol Hobson. Book of Harlan by Bernice L. McFadden. And, another book that comes to mind. The Supremes at the All You Can Eat, Earl's All You Can Eat, by Edward Kelsey Moore. Number 18, books that make you cry, laugh, or cry. Definitely laugh, and that would be The Blessing series by Beverly Jenkins, which I showed you earlier in the clip. That series is hilarious. I have laughed straight out loud. And cry, I'm not sure of a book that has brought me to tears, maybe Close. And, well, The Darkest Child is one. The Yellow Wife. Even nonfiction, How the Word Was Passed by Clint Smith, that was very, sensitive and emotional. So, number 19, Our World or Fictional Worlds. I am not a dystopian fantasy realism type person. I have read them. Some are very good. When We Were Birds, I enjoyed that. However, I like to stay in the now. I like to stay in our world and not so much in another world. Number 20, audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, I can do audiobooks. Matter of fact, I do a lot of audiobooks. I can do immersive reading with no issues. It helps me to read faster, read along in the book, and get it done maybe while I'm doing other things, audiobook. So yeah, audiobooks definitely. 21, do you ever judge a book by its cover? You are preaching to a girl who is all about covers. I do judge covers. I feel that a cover is important. If you saw any of my earlier videos, you see that I compare like the UK cover to a book to a US cover. I will shop around, bounce around. If I think the UK cover or cover from another country looks better than the one I would get, because I want it in my collection in my library, I am going to buy it. So covers mean a lot to me. 22, book to movie or book to TV adaptations. I love to read a book before I watch a movie or television adaptation. For instance, Queen Sugar, it went to a series. I loved it. Black Cake, unfortunately, only had like 1 season, but I thought it was done well for that little short period of time. I will do both. I will read the book and then try to watch the series. Right now I'm reading Washington Black before the miniseries comes out on Hulu the end of this month, July. So yeah, I try to, and I just watched the Supremes at the Earl's All You Can Eat. They turned that into a TV adaptation, and it was pretty good. So, yeah. 23. A movie or TV adaptation you preferred more than the book. I really like how Ava DuVernay did Queen Sugar. Although she wasn't the author of the book, but the author, Natalie Bazile, I believe is her name, she did a good job with the book, but I really enjoyed the TV series. I enjoyed the Black Cake series, even though it was for only one season and they left you open and didn't even finish what all was in the book. I can't think quite of any others that I preferred over the movie or TV adaptation over the book, but those were our couple. 24, series or standalone. I can do both. As you saw, I am reading the series by Beverly Jenkins. I'm also reading the series by Kimberly Lawson Roby. I'm almost done with the Reverend Curtis Black series. And I want to get into the series for Alexander McCall Smith. I hope I'm saying that right. He does the Ladies Detective Agency with Mama Rawatsi in Africa, and Jill Scott played that, speaking of TV series, and there were a few seasons of that, and I really was enjoying it, but they did not continue with it, so therefore I want to read the series myself. Okay, and the last is to tag some people. I don't like tagging because it kind of puts people in an uncompromising position. If they choose not, they don't want to do it. However, I feel obligated when I am tagged, but I will put the prompts and the questions down below. If you choose to do this prompt, it is there for you, and please feel free and pass it on. But yeah, I enjoy, it makes me think, and it gives me something to create on my channel. But please, feel free to use the tag. And thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.